Shane, welcome to Southampton. How happy are you to be here, first of all?
Yeah, delighted. It kind of came out of the blue for me. Really, I was preparing for QPR away with Hull City on Monday, and then I got the phone call that Southampton had a bid accepted. So I was allowed to come down here and speak. And once I came to the training facilities and I met the manager, and obviously I knew how big a club Southampton is. It was I wouldn't say it was an easy decision because Hull was very good to me, but for me and my family, it seemed like the right decision, and I'm delighted to get it done.
I mean, certainly after less than a year at Hull, I guess it would take something quite special to have made you make this move at this stage. Is that what you saw in Southampton?
Yeah. Obviously it was a good move for me and my family. My wife being from Reading, and it's closer to her family, and we're a bit out of the way up in Hull, but at the same time, Hull were brilliant to me. Made me feel really welcome. The fans and the lads playing there as well are great lads. Everybody working at the club was brilliant as well. So it was a hard decision for me to make, but you come down to Southampton, you see how big a club it is, how well set it is, and how well they done last year, and developing a new squad again for this year to try and achieve the accomplishments of last year, and hopefully I can be a big part of that.
In those conversations you've had with the management here, what did they tell you about what they plan for the club's future that attracted you to want to be a part of it?
Obviously the way they play football, they play a nice brand of football. I've learned the hard way last year playing against them, and it's enjoyable to watch, and I'm sure it'll be enjoyable to play in as well. And the manager has a lot of knowledge about football, and I'm looking to learn off him. And the formation they play, I think, would suit me and my pace and the way I play football. So in theory, it seems like a very good move for me. But all the work starts tomorrow when I get on the training pitch, and I have to prove my worth.
How has it been the last few days? As you said at the start, it was quite a shock, I guess, given that you were preparing to start the season with one club. Is that hard to deal with, really, that quick change in the week leading up to a season?
Yeah, it's mad, really. You kind of you drive down to meet the club, not knowing whether you're going to be coming back again or not. And as the case is now, I'm not going back. I have to leave everything in my house, and let my family worry about that while I concentrate on football. And that's the way things are in football. You get this chance, and a hard decision at the time hopefully will turn out to be the right one, and I'm looking forward to just getting started now. I've had a good pre-season with Hull under Steve Bruce, and they've got me in good shape, and I feel good on the pitch, so hopefully I can just continue that into the season with Southampton.
As you said, you've been able to watch firsthand really how this club's developed over the last couple of years. Certainly you've played against them over the last two, and probably in the Championship as well. What does Southampton mean really in terms of its reputation among the sort of the footballing community?
Obviously it's a club that's destined for big things in the Premiership. Over the last 3 or 4 years maybe they've dropped off into different leagues before they got back to the Premiership, but it's always going to be a Premiership club, and that's how it's going to be recognised. And the facilities here now are amazing, really, the highest standard I've seen. And bringing in new players have developed here from the underage, and it's known as a club. And I'm 27 now, but I'm always looking to learn, and obviously Southampton is a club that does that to players and progresses them as players, and that's what I want to do. And I'm in the right setup and under the right management to do that, so I'm excited by what's ahead.
It's been a transitional summer for the club. You're the sixth new player to come in this summer. Is it quite exciting for you as a player to be able to play a part in what is a new chapter for this club?
Yeah, definitely. There's a bit of pressure, obviously, losing the players that they have. They're big players and they went for big money, but playing against them, you can see how much they've developed as players. I played against Ricky Lambert and Adam Lallana a couple of times in different leagues through, and last year you can see how much they've come on leaps and bounds. And I think a lot of that is down to the club and the way it's ran. And when you come here and you see the facilities and you meet the manager, you can understand how that's the case. So I'm looking forward to a new test in my career. I still have a lot to prove, and hopefully I can do it down here on the South Coast.
I mean, exactly as you say, at 27 years old, it's neither inexperienced or inexperienced, really, is it? It's sort of a good stage for you now to kick on, use that experience, but also develop as a player.
Yeah, definitely. People say it's the prime of your career, but I was a bit of a late starter to football, and I'm always learning. And the last couple of years probably is the most comfortable I've been in my footballing career, and every year seems to get better and better. So I'm hoping to continue that learning curve.
In terms of your experiences of playing against Southampton, I believe you've managed to get a couple at St Mary's in your career before, is that right?
Yeah. I remember once I think Kevin Davis punched me in the nose as I was heading the ball in, and that was an equaliser for Reading at the time, and scored one for West Brom here as well. in a rare win at Southampton. So yeah, it's always left an impression on me as a great stadium and good atmosphere down here, you know, and they obviously love the football, and as much abuse as I got, we good football was always recognised down here, and hopefully I can be on a good winning Southampton side from now on.
The Saints fans will remember pretty much a year ago, meeting against West Brom. You were probably playing in that game against Southampton, so I'm guessing that you're hoping for a much more enjoyable first day of the season this year compared to last year.
Yeah, you know, it was always a tough place to come, but Southampton last year was a very good side, and I suppose it was a bit unexpected in a way. People didn't give them the respect that they deserved, and you know, this year I think it's going to be different. You know, we've got a good squad here, a good manager, and a good way of playing football, and you know, we're going to have to be right on top for a game to do the same as they done last year, and hopefully, as I said, I can be a big part of that.
Attention now, I guess, quickly turns to Anfield. You know, it's only a matter of days now until our season gets underway. Is that an exciting prospect for you to be able to look forward to that so close now to where you are?
Yeah, definitely. You know, obviously, opening day in Anfield is a big day in anyone's calendar. You know, and the first home game then is West Brom at home, so it's a bit personal to me as well. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to just really getting onto the training pitch tomorrow and training with the lads, meeting all the lads, and getting a feel for what the philosophy of football here is about, and yeah, trying to make an impression on the manager to somehow be included at the weekend. But failing that, then get a good week's training under me next week and hopefully have an impact against West Brom.
If you do manage to get involved at Anfield, I believe you've got a fairly decent record up there already from your previous clubs.
Yeah, I managed to score I'm not 2 or 3 goals, one at Reading anyway, 1 or 2 at West Brom, and yeah, it's been a good place for me. I've always enjoyed playing there, and you know, it's not a hard place to get up for a game with the atmosphere that does be there. So you know, opening game of the season, we want to make a good account of ourselves, and it's obviously going to be hard against a great Liverpool side, but you know, I'm confident we can cause an upset.
As for the season in general, what do you see as Southampton's aims for the coming year?
Obviously, it's last year was a great year for Southampton. Watching from the outside, it looked like it was a very good year for them, and to try and do the same again will be the ultimate achievement. But you know, I suppose you always wanted better last year, thinking about it. But I think hit safety as early as you can, and then look on and up the table and play with a bit more freedom. And you know, I think a top 10 finish is very achievable for a club like this.
And from those conversations you've had with Ronald Koeman and the rest of his coaching staff and the board, have they outlined to you anything about their ambitions for the coming years, not just this season, but those beyond it?
I didn't really ask. The way I always play football is look at the next game and try and get 3 points and approach every week as it comes, you know. And they've told me what they want my role to be in the team and where they see me playing and where my strengths are and how they look to use that. And you know, I think the rest will take care of itself if we train as hard as we know we can do and play the football that the gaffer wants us to play. I think the table will look after itself, you know.